Okay, so this is going to be explaining how to do incomplete dominant punnett squares. And so when you have incomplete dominance, you're looking at something that has 3 different colors. And so each genotype is going to represent a specific color. So in this case, these are flowers. If you have big R, you're going to be red. If you're homozygous recessive and you are little r, you're white. And here, if you have one of each, you are pink. So it's going to be a lot like paint where things blend. Okay? So if you have red paint and if you have white paint and you put them together, you get pink paint. Okay, so let's go through how to actually do a square. So let's go through 2 different generations. We're going to start the first generation with the homozygous dominant, so that's going to be red, with the homozygous recessive, which is white. Okay, so everything is going to look normal. And so 4 out of 4 are going to be big R, little r, and 4 out of 4 for the phenotype are going to be pink. Okay, and if you get confused, you just look back up here at the picture where big R, little r is pink. Okay, now these are all the F1. Okay, so this is the F1 answers. And so to make the F2, remember we have to just let these guys, the F1 babies, make their own babies. And so we have pinks being crossed together. So we'll do big R, little r, cross with big R, little r. What are you guys doing over there?
No, I'm trying to tell you something.
Oh, just stop and clean the kitchen. Okay, so doing punnett squares, we have for genotypes, 1 of the 4 are going to be big R, and then 2 of the 4 are going to be big R, little r, and 1 of the 4 are little r, little r. And again, all that's like normal. Where it comes a little bit different is when it's with the phenotype. So 1 of the 4, because it's big R, that means it's going to be red. And 2 of the 4, because it's big R, little r, now means that it's going to be pink. And 1/4 are going to be white. Okay? You'll notice here when you look at either the geno or the phenotypes, if you look at the numerators, you get a 1 to 2, cheapers, my pen wasn't working, to 1 ratio. Okay, so a 1 to 2 to 1 ratio is what you're going to get when you have incomplete dominance. Okay? So, recap, the way you're going to know that you're dealing with incomplete dominance is in the word problem. They're going to give you 3 different colors, okay? And they're going to say something, you know, the heterozygous is going to be something in the middle between the 2 homozygous ends. It's like either extreme, red, white, we got middle, pink, okay? When you have heterozygous parents, you're going to end up with a 1 to 2 to 1 ratio at the end, okay? You will also notice that in incomplete dominance is that the genotype automatically tells you what the phenotype is. The only way you can be pink is if you are heterozygous. The only way you can be red is if you are homozygous dominant. The only way you can be white is if you are homozygous recessive, okay? And then don't get confused when you do your F1 here, when you're figuring stuff out over in this punnett square, that the heterozygous is not going to show the dominant trait. It's going to show the one that's in between, because we're dealing with incomplete dominance. Okay, so I hope that was good. And there you go. Have fun doing incomplete dominance.
Good job, Mom.